Yes, makes a lot of stuff here. And also, you'd be really good. And actually, looking at this makes me realize that we haven't even looked at our national spirits yet. Let's see, we have decentralized rule, which is horrible for stability, a little bit better recovery rate, and terrible for political power. The political power actually has not really been that bad as of yet. Backwards economy, terrible factory output, terrible efficiency cap, and also horrible consumer good factory. Centralized command, and the cheaper armor. These are things we actually already researched. So how many factories are we using for civilian goods right now? 40%. Yeah, I mean, that's not great. Would prefer significantly better than that. I will go for, though, the military factory construction speed. Thank you very much. Can I afford to train units up? 112 days on you. I'm going to say that I can't. Well, we'll get them. Yeah. Let's go, let's say 10 on a 1 stack. And then let's go 5 on a 1 stack as well. I think it's going to take a while for these guys to actually have enough troops to be deployed, but that's okay for now. Okay, Huey Long is one president of the United States, so we're definitely going to be seeing a 4-way civil war there. Excavation 1, Huey Long's president. So the temple entry proclamation. Starting with his 25th birthday, the young Maharaja of Transfor Koin, Siri Gethari Durrani Balamarvarma, has today proclaimed an edict facilitating the end of the ban on low-caste Hindus, also known as Avranas, entering the state's many temples. The edict and its author has been hailed as by progressives throughout the southernmost princely states, a great deal of others, for the humane and magnanimous act of lifting the deprived and struggling towards greater self-esteem and communal respect. However, a great deal of more considerate Hindu landlords and Nawabs throughout the Federation are disgruntled at the sudden leap of the modernity, fearing that their control over the less fortunate may slip away amidst these edicts of equality. For now, though, the legal change remain confined to the princely state of Transkor Kohin, which is Transkor. I think it's I think it's this area down here for now. This is the area where, if you're a low-level Hindu, you're no longer banned from entering a temple. Get more technology. Construction 2 would be good. Artillery upgrades would not be bad. I mean, you're only 0.7 more expensive. And actually, if we can theoretically, I think, wait for a... Yeah, we should actually probably wait for infantry equipment. We should wait for this guy first. So let's wait about weapons 1 for at least a little bit. Could also just go for mass assault. Or just insane amount of population to throw at the enemy, but go construction 2 actually. We got a good bonus for that. Give me that bonus. Oh, a counter revolution. Okay, so Norway's actually gone paternal autocrats. Is this the first time we've seen Norway have the counter revolution? It honestly might be. They usually don't have the counter-revolution. I'm actually not really even too used to seeing Quisling in this game at all. So quite interesting there. So I'm assuming that reactionary Norway probably joins up with the Germans. That makes the most amount of sense to me. And of course, we got Finland here. Paternal autocrats will definitely be joining up with the Germans as well. So Germany's having, I would say, a pretty decent campaign, at least right now. So good on them. Those reforms are almost done. Get those council princes. And I think we will be holding free elections. Oh, someone agrees with the council proposal. The rulers of the council of princes were clearly pleased today, as Hussein Al-Khan. The Hyderabad agreed to the reforms, at least in principle. Power of the council will be consolidated into positions of national Diwan, some of the Nizam's own power transferred to that position. Although who will hold it remains in question. It will be held by one of the princes or thrown in complete open to a national election. There are also some who say the council itself should be reformed, and the requirements are sitting up be loosened. A radical idea that would transform the Princely Federation into a constitutional democracy if the Nazim were to agree with it. Well, I think... Thank you for the 100 political power. I do think we want to kind of make it into a new democracy. You remove decentralized rule, which was a, what, 20% penalty for stability, which is not great. Well-headed government ideas. You are a negative 10% stability, but once we get this focus below it, we're no longer decentralized. That automatically gives us a plus 20%, so it balances out and gives us some more points anyways. So overall, it's good. Overall, it works out for us. We need aluminum for aircraft. Bahari Commune has, of course, the Bahari Commune probably doesn't want to trade with us. And anybody in the Entente also does not want to trade with us. So let's trade with Russia for now. Why do you hate me so much? Base ideology. I'm assuming you're backing angry with government. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Probably because they're backing the Bahari Commune. And I would imagine that probably, I was going to say also applies to the Canadians, but actually it doesn't. I thought maybe the Canadians would also be mad that we are, you know, obviously boycotting of India. We're challenging their rule in India, but apparently the Canadians actually don't care about it that much. They're completely okay with it. Military government's doing pretty well down here. They might actually end up winning their war. But you hate me. Unsurprisingly, you despise us because we claim your territory and you claim our territory. It's all around a mess. Military government in the south has won. I do believe in the end the Shoutdown clique will end up winning this war. Aside from that, I don't think anything too crazy is happening in China as of right now. The war in Germany, or war in Germany's Asia, I should say, does seem like it's a little bit at a stalemate for sure. I think the Germans are winning ever so slightly, but not by a wide enough margin that it should overall really affect us too much. I mean, if it costs them a lot of lives that they won't be able to use for defense against the Japanese, and I guess potentially ourselves in the future, then so be it. Works out well for me. Okay, so let's now go holding some free elections. Follow this up with you, because we now have our company here. Those nice little benefits. I mean, we can maybe, like I say, maybe we can send our unit up north, but I think it's a little worrying. Real loyalties. While the presidents of southern India have always shown loyalty to Nazim, not all of them contribute their full force to the Federation's defense, holding back some just in case it ever came down to a showdown with Hyderabad over the Council's authority. With the reforms having finally finished, however, confidence in the Federation direction is at an all-time high, and thus the Prince have agreed to contribute more than they have previously. Oh. Well, thank you for 10 divisions. I will definitely be taking those. Does that get us up to 3? It actually gets us... I mean, we're already actually at 300,000. We theoretically could begin the invasions of Germany. Not Germany. The invasions of northern India, like, right now. Let's see. Do you have enough troops? No. You have enough troops? Prepare for the final struggle, but does not mean, yeah, you don't have the manpower to actually contribute. Oh, you can have actually more men. So I think if we have the troops ready to go, I think we align ourselves with Japan as quickly as possible, and then throw ourselves at war with the Bahari Commune. Do we have any naval units? We have 6 naval units. Do we have any naval units? We have 5 to 7. Okay. My question is whether or not we could potentially navally invade into, like, Calcutta. If we can actually align ourselves again with Japan, have Japanese ships move into the region, and then use them to spawn some naval invasions, I think that would be quite nice as well. In fact, I'm actually going to get a small group of... Ross. And we're going to land in this port because it's not actually a named province, which usually means that you can have a little bit of easier time with it. You don't have naval research. Okay. Let's research naval invasion tech. It's going to take 106 days, but at least now I know that we actually don't have it yet. So I think invasion of the Bahari Commune should go over pretty well. After you. Belgium joining Entente. Interesting, interesting. I think that definitely puts Belgium at a much weaker position than they would otherwise be. Just because, you know, without German backing, like, you're basically, I think, the only Entente power in Europe. Yeah, it's like, it's you. Portugal will I guess Sardinia technically is in Europe. It's basically Sardinia, Belgium, Portugal will end up joining almost always, and probably Greece. Greece usually has a tendency to join the Entente. I think they have to go monarchy for them to join the Entente. I think Republican Greece either stays neutral or maybe joins the Reichspact. How are you guys over here doing? Seem like you're doing fine. Move this unit up for a second. Our unit actually kind of sucks. What? Really? 731 defense? Damn. I'm assuming they have some pretty good defense modifiers for the moment. Okay, Russia's now gone National Populist. Finland joined the Reichspact, I'm assuming because they won National Populist. Yes, I mean that the Reichspakt's having a pretty good campaign. If Norway ends up going National Populist, I think Quisling does go Nat Pop, if I'm remembering correctly. Might be wrong as well. I might be lying to all of you. I don't think I am. How far are we? I think we're like 2 months, not 2 months. I think we're like 3 months away from actually aligning ourselves with the Japanese. 4 days for you. National election. Once the destination to reform the council principles into a single government position now demanded that free national election of a suitable candidate. Because there are many and few amongst the electorate doubt the importance of office. The current term limit is set for 4 years. Okay. Let's see. Authoritarian democracy, conservative, authoritarian democracy, conservative, or market liberal. Well, right now, of course, authoritarian democracy is the most powerful. Let's see, what kind of modifiers do we get from you? We have political power, stability, war support. Not that great. Factory output, 8% factory output. He's pretty good. Tax planning. I think you're basically garbage. Negative 100. Construction speed. I think you're also basically kind of bad. And then you're the market liberal, which is... Yeah, you're also not great. I think we want to go for popular progressive. I think he just needs the best choice. I have 8% factory output. I think it's very nice. Hyperbad has now formed itself up. American Civil War has also begun. Who... Okay, so actually MacArthur's done the interesting. They've kind of decided to defend flyover country, which you don't really see as often. Canada did take over New England, which actually is something I think they've been doing on a much rarer occasion now than they have in the past, for sure. So we'll kind of see which way they go on this. I'm looking at this. Like, there's no way MacArthur can win, right? Like, this is like the worst part of the country. I don't think they could possibly win that fight. But maybe they will. Maybe they will be able to win. I just don't see it happening. Deploy you into Blue Army here. Don't have an naval invasion tech. When is that done? A little bit more than 2 months from now. Yeah, so I think by the time in naval invasion tech, we'll be at... Actually, no, we won't have done both our focuses. We'll be close to doing both of our focuses. We're not going to be quite there. Quite yet. counter-revolt has been immediately crushed. They did not last long at all. How many German casualties have we seen so far in... We have seen 28,000. Okay, not horrible. I mean, I would like to see more dead Germans, but I understand that we can't always get what we want. You and the Purple Army, Cynicalism spread to the Philippines. So be it. Your planes in reserve? Oh yeah, my fighters that I'm very, very, very slowly building. Send them over here, close air support. I don't think you have any aircraft yourself. No, you're right now you're at 0%. We do see that the part of the commune has gone totalist, so there is a chance that we do end up seeing the agrarian revolt. If we see the agrarian revolt, it's going to definitely weaken the power of the part of the commune, which I don't think I need to explain is good for us. A new federation's been established. Follow that up by immediately aligning ourselves with the Japanese. Next, already go up to partial mobilization. And I'll definitely take it. But now that we're lining ourselves with the Japanese, we're only halfway through 37. So it's a very, very, very quick alliance with Japan. It would be hilarious if Japan said no. Well, they wouldn't do that. Right? They wouldn't. Japan wouldn't say no. They're my friends. Or at least I think they're my friends. I really hope they're my friend. I kind of need this to go smoothly for us. How many guns are we missing? 8.5 thousand. Almost all for new deployment. If that's the case, we'll go 3 and then 2. Keep making these guns for now. Just at a slightly slower rate. Not making any artillery. We're not making any support equipment. We do need more factory. But I mean, with 3 being used for construction is not great. Be very slow. I think honestly, most of our factory output is going to come from capturing the north. So that's a extra 27, 40. So that's actually, I think, extra 40 factories in the north. About enough to triple our current production capacity. Okay, the fate of the Rump Madras state. In many ways, the albatross around the neck of the guns salute. Wait, in many ways, the albatross around the neck of the gun salute state. The mutilator remains of Madras presidency have never been loyal nor affectionate towards our government. Invaded at the very end of the First Indian Civil War by princely troops, the Anthnwams were graciously granted autonomy, remaining outside of the Federation at the cost of territory concessions. However, the Dredian radicalism has risen in force throughout the Republic. The officers within the National Army dare not leave such an openly hostile power unchecked, whilst traitors and Bolsheviks remain strong in Delhi and Calcutta. Something must be done with the town meal straight. Lose political power. Gonna demand their submission. While also having 5 units. Oh, there we go. They decided to give up. Love to see it. You know, you're gonna be going here. Okay, so they've just decided, you know what? They just deployed, I think 10 divisions, like 5 divisions, I think it's like 50,000 men. They just put 50,000 men in our country. Maybe it's best not to be openly hostile. And you know what? I think they made the right call there. I would also not try to be openly hostile with a new government. Because we're just better than you. Also, yeah, we got some stuff. Let's produce convoys for now. I think that's a good way for us to start off. Followed by one more on infantry equipment. Yeah, that actually was a pretty big boost for economy. I'm actually really glad we did that. That is... Yeah, maybe not, but that's 4 civilian, 4 military factories, and the dockyards. More than worth it. And if we need to fight a war against them at some point, I would have done it for sure. They're just worthwhile. It's just nice. Also, we do need more steel. We're not getting it from the United States. You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense that we're not getting it from the US anymore. Because I think they're landlocked at the moment. Getting anything through the front lines of a civil war probably is not likely to occur. So let's trade ourselves. I would like to trade with Japan, but for now, we'll trade ourselves with the Russians. Because we're not going to, I think, be as openly hostile as Russia. I mean, we still have Transmir, the Transmir Republic, which could be a point of contention between the Japanese government and the Russian government. But it shouldn't be that bad, I think. Okay, so we got a Spanish Civil War.